of chapter 6. So here we go. Heading to the school trip. Chapter 0. It'd be wrong to say it was swaying from side to side. It was actually sinking rather intensely. The room I was in, it was shaking from side to side, so it looks like this is when we were arriving to the island. It was very regular, just when you thought it was seriously of small shakes, it would suddenly shake violently. And every time that happened, I had to steady myself with my foot. I couldn't stand up very well, but for me, it was comforting. I thought not knowing what to expect could be fun, so I was feeling rather excited. But I figured I'd get bored of the feeling soon enough. That's what I was expecting. For me, a person who is loved by a talent. Detecting irregularities among irregularities, would it be that difficult? Nah, how boring. Do you like ships? On the other side of the dark room, I heard a voice. It was certainly directed at me. Looks like you were having much fun. So, that's what I always assumed. Do you like ships, right? Ships? That's right, it is. So, this is a ship. You just realized that now. Is it really that funny? Hey, if you want, I could care to talk a little. The silence is starting to bore me. Instantly, I saw his true character. The over-familiar attitude, that friendly smile. But under that thin skin, I could detect a foul, offensive odor, like some kind of protrude slime, in a sensible way, of course. How should I put this? It was a smell exclusively to those who were already finished. Nice to meet you. I'm this name here. Anyway, lucky me. It's been a while since anyone was willing to talk to me. So, just to share a room with a person like that. I definitely am lucky. Lucky? Ah, so that's your talent then? What a boring talent. A boring talent, huh? Well, that's exactly what it is. For someone I'm meeting for the first time to say that so suddenly. That's because I have luck as well. Huh? Even I pose a talent as boring as luck. Poses? I'm starting to get really interested. Who are you? You're obviously from OP Academy too, right? So you're one of us. But that is weird. This is the first time I've ever seen you. Hey, can you tell me why you're here? How did you end up here? How boring. Oh, sorry. I'm often told I'm terrible at making conversation. Not you. This world. What? This world is so full of boring people. People who lack talent, stick together, and pose as those who do pose as talents. Even though they know they're insignificant, they don't try to acknowledge their true superiorities. They're profoundly desperate to drag them down to their level, and because of these buggers, this world has become a deadlock. This world has stopped evolving. How boring. The world is shaped by the will of the majority. It makes sense that it bends to those who lack the talent. That's why we're in this present situation. Perhaps does that have anything to do with the reason you're here? Boring people make contributions to the world, not even to speak of dust. That's why my teachers taught me that a certain degree of selection must be performed. I even checked to see if I was actually in camera because I was so excited to stream this game because I'm so interested in what's happening. Oh fudge, it's auto! Oh god! Ooh, I don't know how much I missed, if any. I was too busy trying to fix everything. But that's alright. Looks like that's my expectations for you, huh? That's completely different for me. But what are you planning to do? Now that you've ended up like this, there's nothing you can really do, right? Listen, well, using people is a talent too. It is not now my turn to use that person, just as they used me in the past. That person? Are you talking about the ultimate despair? But how? I mean, I have it with me. The contribution that person left me, even now it rests in my pocket. I don't even know what you're talking about. I'm definitely lucky. I can't believe I'm speaking with someone as amazing as you. Then, well, will I be able to see her again? Will I be able to see that person I hate with every fiber of my being? And this time, I will be able to kill her this time. That person I hate so much. Hate? That explains your hands. Ah, this. And that end of that bandage is a woman's hand, right? Isn't it amazing? I can't move it, of course. I mean, it's not my hand after all. But even now, I still haven't rotten. Hey, maybe that seems it's become one of me. Isn't it amazing? I have successfully become one with ultimate despair, my sworn enemy. I see. You savaged the body. You really are a boring person. I don't want you to misunderstand me. I see her as my enemy, you know, because she's my sworn enemy. Because I hate her so much. That's why I took her power. And for that Wait, huh? Do I hate her? That is strange. Look out that window, we're finally here. You're starting to see it too, right? That's Jabberwock Island, isn't it? Isn't it exciting? I wonder what's going to happen on that island once we get there. What's going to happen? I can already predict what will happen. I already know because I'm already loved by talent. But no matter what happens, it's of no concern to me. I will not be able to participate in what lies ahead. Really? I don't really understand, but I guess we have to part ways for a while. That's disappointing. We seem to get along pretty well. Will I see you again? There is no reason we'll ever meet again. After all, you are boring. Your talent, your thoughts, your entire existence is boring to me. You don't really play along, do you? Okay, that was the end of Chapter 0. I hope everyone enjoyed that. We had a mysterious conversation. We're actually good at Chapter 6, huh? What is this? I don't know. I don't even know what's going on anymore. This is a door. It's a door. A door? What is a door here? I don't know. Where am I? How did I get here? Where am I supposed to go? Why is there no walls? Why is there bright light? Why do we keep asking questions? Oh god, here we go again. Welcome back everyone to the beginning of the game. Isn't this a classroom? But even so, it's a very strange classroom. Why am I in a place like this? Because you entered Hope Speak Academy. I went inside the ancient ruin with everyone else. And I arrived at a place that looked like a trial ground, but then why is it not connecting? I don't know why I'm here. It's like there's no connection between how I left the trial grounds and how I ended up here. It's just like before. We all gathered in the classroom just before we arrived at Jabberwock Island. But where is this place? Is it somewhere on Jabberwock Island? No. No. No! No!
Testing.
No!
Mic check 1, 2. This is a test of the school broadcast system.
Not you again. No.
Am I on? Can everyone hear me? Okay, well then. Welcome to Hope Speak Academy, you guys. At this point, I shall explain the graduation exam to you all. So please assemble at the gymnasium immediately.
No. No. Did he say what I think he said? He definitely said he's welcome to Hope Speak Academy. But why would this be Hope Speak Academy? And not just that, why is it a graduation exam? Isn't the killing already over? Man, there's a lot of glitchiness going on. What a creepy place. It's probably a building that Monokuma made. No, definitely not. God, I feel like I'm playing the first game again. Okay, the gymnasium is here, right? I am so sorry. I was like, this sounds so loud, and then I realized I had my volume turned up because I had my windows open and a fan on earlier, so I had to turn my volume up so I can actually hear what I was listening to. I'm sorry that it was so loud. I'll turn it down in post, but like if you're live watching this, I'm sorry. So they might be awaiting, but I'm not going to cover or wait anymore. So brace yourself for more. This is the end. Goodbye, Academy of Despair. Welcome to Chapter 6. I wasn't prepared for what was waiting for me on the other side of that door. Are we going to meet up with the other students? Like from the first game? Or something? It was a normal gymnasium. No.
Damn right.
Yo.
Yo.
You heard the announcement, right? Come here, too. You guys did too, right?
What's going on?
Hey, when do we make of all this? Monokuma said, this place was a Homespeak Academy or something. That cannot be possible.
Well,
You're right. Anyway, you look at it as possible. Hello, how does it feel to return to the long-awaited Homespeak Academy?
why you?
You. Hey, where are we? Why'd you lock us up this time? What a shock! I just told you guys this is Homespeak Academy.
Of course not.
There's no way in hell that's true.
No.
Oh, but it is! I mean, this is definitely Homespeak Academy. Well, what's left of it anyway. What's left of it?
What?
Didn't I tell you before? Unfortunately, Homespeak Academy fell to ruin. You were serious about that? But of course it fell to ruin. I mean, they were doing things that they deserved to be ruined for. What do you mean?
I don't like this.
Anyway, I'm pretty disappointed. I went through all the trouble to bring you to Homespeak Academy, so you don't have to feel surprised. So you don't feel surprised or nostalgic?
Fine.
Oh well. It's not like I did this for you guys. Even if you do feel nostalgic, I'm sure someone is feeling nostalgic right now. Someone.
Don't fuck with me.
Enough of your BS, just spit out the answer already. Where'd you take us, you bugger? I thought, though I am certain of my memories, I believe we entered the ancient ruin dam.
In other words,
It means I made this gap between the door to the ruin and inside the room. What do you mean between?
Hey.
Yeah, what do you mean made?
what's this?
Oh my. Are you minds getting the grumbles? That's only knowledge can satisfy. Good, very good. It's fun to hurry along to the graduation exam, but it's in my nature to provide a little entertainment. You're planning to make us do something, aren't you?
No way.
It's nothing to be so cautious about. It's not like you'll be making life exchanges or anything like that. It's just a simple graduation exam. So what's this graduation exam? Well, as a headmaster, I'm conflicted, you know? On one hand, I'm really happy that you're finally going to graduate. On the other hand, I'm really worried about whether you guys will be okay in the outside world. That's why I'm thinking about telling you to make in the outside world is like before you make the decision. Well, you want to leave Jabberwock Island or stay here? Huh? We're obviously going to get out. There's no way we're going to stay here. Yeah, this is annoying. Let's just hurry up and let's choose. Let's choose right now.
No.
You can't do that. The main cast hasn't arrived yet. Main cast?
Hey.
Meaning you guys are just extras until the guests of honor arrive. So enough complaining around. Hurry up and start researching the outside world. What do you mean? Have I provided all the teaching materials you need for your research through the Academy? Well, I didn't think this needs to be said, but while the information is accurate and contains no lies whatsoever. Otherwise, the main cast is going to hate me. So please, rest assured and stride and do your best during your school trip. Are we going to meet the main characters from the first game? Because if so, I'm going to need to brush up on their voices. Even if the setting had changed, even if the killing was finished, he was still the same as usual. What's going on? Outside world, main cast. Somehow I have a bad feeling about this.
Hey!
Yeah, it's like you said. Insisting that this place is Home Sweet Academy. But that's impossible, right?
What are you saying?
How about we just make it back to Home Sweet Academy from the tropical island in the first place? It's impossible.
It cannot be.
There's no place for Hope Speak Academy to exist on Jabberwock Island. Yeah, that's it. I wanted to go back, but I didn't want to go back to a creepy place like this. What does this mean? So many things I don't understand have happened on this island. This building is really Hope Speak Academy. This is Hope Speak Academy. I've been admiring it for so long. What in the world is going on? Why is this happening? Why? I was finally able to attempt Hope Speak Academy. I finally thought I'd become confident in myself. Even so, I wanted to become Hope. If you were thinking, just stop. If I really am a nobody, then you shouldn't just leave me alone. Why do I have to go through something like this? Did something happen? Huh?
Hey, bastard!
Now's not the time to zone out. Sorry, it's nothing. I don't really get it, but this is all...
I'm gonna do it!
As long as I don't beat the crap out of Monokuma, nothing's gonna be solved, so what does it mean?
Hey!
Just when the heck is Monokuma already? He's already part of the Future Foundation, right? If you say that, then what is the Future Foundation?
Jeez.
Even though they're gone, our situation hasn't changed one bit, which means Future Foundation wasn't our enemy. That's the only thing I could think of.
You serious?
Yeah, so they're not the world ender. And then we were tricked by Monokuma. However, the Future Foundation is responsible for trapping us here on this island, right? Regarding that matter, I believe Monami never once denied that.
Damn it.
Even if they are our allies, they might not just be our allies. Maybe Monokuma's just teach us and investigate that information on our own. Helped us. No, not even her being with us would have been a big help. Yeah, so what should we do about it?
Damn it.
Well, isn't that obvious? We gotta get out of here safely. We gotta do the graduation exam, right?
So annoying.
Graduation exam? I'm not really good at taking exams. Well, I guess it's better than people dying.
Jeez.
Monokuma said something about a field trip, right? So he's telling us to investigate like we've been here. Alright, I'm gonna do it.
Like...
Yeah, we should be able to learn some about Host Academy by ourselves. Yeah, I don't care if we don't know anymore. If we can't go back to our normal lives, I'm fine. Hey, can we finally go home when this is all over, right? We'll finally get off this Ashtar Island. If that's the case, then I'll leave this island alive by all means.
Of course!
Hell yeah. Okay. Now it's time to be how lucky I am. Where this place is right now would happen to Hope Academy. None of that matters. What's important is I need to leave this island with the others. We've sacrificed so many lives in order to survive. Just so we could do that. There's no way we could stop now. But Monokuma said should already know that that's what we're thinking. So why did he say that? We have to decide on our own if we want to stay or not. We should have already known that. We never choose to stay on this island.
Hey!
So what are we gonna do? Can we start already? Yeah, but what are we even looking for? Do we just have an investigation? This weird school?
Even so.
I don't think so. We'll find the answers to all the questions I discussed during building. So I'm gonna go ahead now.
Whoa!
Hey, you're already going?
Jeez.
What's this idiot thinking right ahead without being cautious?
Man.
She obviously isn't thinking about anything.
However...
It will be fine. There will be no longer any situations where we must exchange each other's lives.
Alright!
So we should do our best as well. Like I've said, this is not scary if everyone stops at a green light. If we stop at a green light, we'll never reach our goal.
Jeez. You're
Check off our own, might as well be faster if we split up like round two. Like Sonia said, if there's no killing, we don't have to worry about anyone betraying us anymore. Yeah, then let's get over this and go home.
Later.
I'll go ahead. See you guys later. Left the gymnasium.
Excuse me.
I shall do my best to obtain every wonderful clue that will be useful to everyone. Now then, please excuse me.
Oh my.
Miss Sonia!
Miss Sonia!
Sir, please don't leave me. I'll be in danger if I'm left alone. Cool. I should already start too. Just a bit more, and I'm gonna go, and I can escape this nightmare and return to the usual peaceful everyday life. The ordinary thing the only thing we can do is advance towards the hope. Even though I do not understand and that a lot of horrifying things keep happening, for the sake of everyone who couldn't make it this far, I'm definitely going to go home. Investigate? Huh? That's weird. This hallway I walked through is amazing, but it's clearly different. Confuse us? I don't even know. He keeps doing it all over again. He's so persistent. But I'm not gonna fall for his trap. There's no way we'll make it back down. In this hallway, there's a strange feeling to it. As if an invisible wall has been erected to limit our movement.
I am concerned.
Is it just me? The dojo. I guess we can go in there. This is a dojo? It's full of strange things. I make me think there's no way we're inside school. Perhaps there's a mistake to expect the inside of this building to make sense. What is this? It's a manga. The title is Manga for Morons, A History of Hope Speak Academy by Monokuma. Why is this manga? Manga, or whatever the hell. Such a suspicious looking title laying out in the open like this. Let's start your first history class. Reading manga is the third best way to learn about history. That's what they ask for, right? That depends on the person. Seriously thought Monokuma made this. Well, it says his name on the front. It totally explains how suspicious it looks. I really want to just ignore it, but there's no way I can do that. Fine, I'll look at it. Pick them out on the floor and start flipping through the pages. An introduction of Host Academy history as narrated by the QDS character of the cover. The story begins with an introduction of Host Academy. Host Academy is a government-funded school of privilege where only the most talented high school students can hope to attend. Built to raise hope in the nation's future, many of the alumni are key leaders in various industries. New students are chosen through a scouting process, but only the ones who scout them are Hope Academy teachers who serve as both educators and researchers of the talent. Hope Academy isn't just a school for talent, it is also a school for researching talent as well. However, for the past few years, Hope Academy has been suffering from a decline in funding. If this persists, the Academy believes it will not be able to make the progress with the research of talent. So they decided to implement a new system, the Reserve Department. Unlike the main department, who scouts for students, the Reserve Department utilizes a general entrance exam. Normal faculty was hired and placed in charge of looking after the Reserve Department. The expenses and exam fees for the Reserve Department are quite high compared to most high schools. Nevertheless, the Hope Academy received an endless stream of applications. Hope Academy was now available to talentless commoners, people who only cared about the brand. With this, Hope Academy managed to amass seizable funds and began furthering their research of talent. It's starting to make sense now. To create Hope Academy, Ernest Wish, a true, genuine genius who would become mankind's hope. But just as when they thought everything was going well, an unpredicted incident occurred. The incident that triggered the tragedy, the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history. That's right, it was the tragedy of Hope Academy. Hope Academy was crippled by this incident and was forced to shut down without accomplishing anything. The end. Wow. Just when it got interesting, it ended. And it was so sudden. It's like manga sort of canceled in the middle of its run. Plus the phases mentioned at the end of this manga. The tragedy and the tragedy of Hope Academy. Those names are so melodramatic. There's no way those incidents really happen, right? This manga only mentions the names, so I don't really know what the answers, but no, I'd just be wasting time to wonder about things that don't make sense. More importantly, I learned some because of this manga. The Reserve Department. That department was only built to collect money. I was one of the Reserve Corps students, right?
But hold on.
That's weird. Oh, you're here again. The thing that's weird is you, of course. Huh?
Hey!
Why did you forget that you're part of the Reserve Department? Future Foundation only took away your memories of school life, right? But you should have known that even before you entered that you had no talent, right? So I think it's weird for you to actually forget something like that too. What do you want me to say? Based on my assumption, the Future Foundation must have wanted to hide the fact that you were one of the Reserve Department course students.
I got it!
Or you willingly sealed those memories yourself. You wanted to be conflicted in yourself. Confident in yourself. So you wanted to forget everything that embarrassed you. You know, what humans experience trauma, something that erased their memories of what happened. It happens pretty often, now that I know anything about that though. Are you saying that's my fault I forgot? But it's not.
Come on!
That's not it. When things get inconvenient, you always get angry and try to brush it off. Well, it's expected for a reserve course student. Dang it, what the hell? Reserve Department has been added to your Truth Bold section. We're given our class trial. Game. Wait, what am I saying? The map developers designed this with what the map logo? I don't know. Cherry trees is probably displayed. I truly appreciate this. For this like small definitely gone home. There's a straw post. I guess it means it was used for training. There's a bunch of wooden lockers here. Each of them a traditional wooden lock key sticking out of them, I guess just for show. This one in particular looks out of clue. Why are you up here?
What's going on?
Yeah, this hallway's kind of creepy. I can't even go to places that I should be able to go to. It's like some rules are being enforced for no reason. Yeah, it seems to be an invisible wall or something. Yeah, an invisible wall. Here's our book. Maya is laying on top of the table. This one is for more on the tragedy of Hope's Academy, huh? Wasn't the tragedy of Hope's Academy mentioned in the other one too? Yes. If I read this, I'll be able to learn a little bit more about the incident. I started flipping through the pages to see what I could learn about the event known as the tragedy of Hope's Academy. The story made heavy use of outdated, stylized drawings depicting characters solving mysteries. What's written here is, as the name suggests, the tragedy of Hope Street Academy occurred at Hope Street Academy. The key player in this event was a student named Nair. It was a genius known as the symbol of hope. Hope Street Academy used all their resources to develop him. Supposedly he was a genius amongst geniuses and posed varieties talents. Wielding superior talent for the hope of mankind, the Academy referred to him as the ultimate hope. To protect such a rare talent, the Academy completely concealed all evidence of his origins and true identity. Because of that, most students at the Academy were completely unaware of his existence. But he was known as the symbol of hope, was responsible for the horrifying incident. 13 students in Hope Street Academy Council, among the Academy's best and brightest, were brutally murdered by him. However, the incident did not end there. The Academy tried to protect him, his superior talent, and conceal the incident as though it never happened. However, a certain student began working in secret to use the incident to their advantage. The student uncovered what the Academy did, and by making that knowledge public, stroked the fires of Reserve Corps students who had long been dissatisfied with how they'd been treated. And an uprising began, and that hurdled the Hope Street Academy destruction. This entry of the tragedy of Hope Street Academy. Eventually the incident would lead to that horrifying, devastating incident, an incident that would have been known as the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history. Words cited. Okay. Very side close to... Am I supposed to believe this? There's no way 13 people would have been killed at Hope Street Academy. What irony for a genius known as the ultimate hope to cause such a gruesome incident. A talent like that is too regal for society. It's like trying to buy juice with a bar of gold. You should be lucky that you're incompetent. He always has to lead me off somewhere offensive. He's seriously pissing me off. But ultimate hope. Mentioned that before too, but it looks like it was meant to mean something completely different here. It's true, I mean hope, but for him, hope simply means talent. More importantly, a genius who poses variety of talents. I wish they would have given me one of those talents so I didn't have to be in the reserve department. That's right, the reserve department. Here it is, the reserve corps students in the reserve department began an uprising. And what about me? Was I a participant too? No, that's not possible. There's no way. I have no reason to do something like that. Well, I don't know. You might not have been happy with the way you've been treated. I have learned about the tragedy of Hope Speak Academy, but the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history is a far worse incident, right? What kind of incident was it? And who's the other student that isn't her? A certain student who secretly used the incident to advantage. Who was it? This is really messed up, but all it's doing is raising more questions. The mysteries just kept piling up. Okay. Well, slabs come in classrooms, plus like this. There's no one keeps sliding inside the line. What else am I supposed to be doing? No, not metal slabs. Camera. Thank you. Ah, this door's open now. What the hell is this room? It's so cold in here. It's like a freezer or something. I just can't stand it. I might have freezing to death. Sure, but investigate so I can get out of here. Biggest, most awful, most tragic event in history. I knew it, the next one would obviously be the next incident. The biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history, huh? Just what was that incident really all about? It might turn out to be something lame. Flip through the pages and I hope it's finally raised. Story about a creepily drawn characters who get involved in such horrifying incidents. Incident known as the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history. In this drawn so gruesomely because the incident itself is so grotesque. Anyway, the beginning of this creepy stars sentence. The tragedy of Hope Speak Academy was simply the trigger. At first, the uprising by the Reserve Corps students that triggered the tragedy of the Hope Speak Academy was intentionally hoped to be resolved quickly. But the situation continued to escalate to dangerous extremes. The movement started spreading all over the internet and fostered a thriving online community. The community was not limited to students, and people of a variety of races and nations began joining in. But the movement was not confined to the internet and began spreading and eroding in the real world. When the movement started, it was indistinguishable from any other demonstration inspired by social unrest. But as it spread across the world, certain anomalies soon came to light. But then it was too late. The ends and the means had vanished, and the want-not destruction became their only goal. The strong butchered the weak killed the weakest among them, and soon the weak formed factions to brutally murder the strong. As the violence and death continued to spread, the shock of their actions began to disappear, as if the area was recessing. What the fudge? To more uncivilized times when senseless deaths were more the norm. The media was oversaturated with deaths to the point where people would watch them while enjoying a meal. By the time the world realized what it had become, it was too late to stop what had happened. The feeling of immense despair began spreading and eventually engulfed the world. Acts of terrorism and coup d'etats began occurring around the world. A war raged in the name of despair. A war fought not for principles, religion, or personal gain, just war. Pure war. Because of that, there was no way to resolve it. That seems a bit far-fetched, game. I'm gonna be honest, I'm a little bit disappointed. I'm sorry, so the reserve corps students weren't treated fair, so they rose up against the other department. Why would that spread to other people? Why would other people care? It doesn't affect them, it doesn't have any impact on their lives, so why all of a sudden were they interested in this? How could such a movement started by high school students progress to such hopeless scenario? The explanation is the existence of a certain organization devoted to a certain student who influenced Hope Speak Academy, a group called the Ultimate Despair. Instead of using Hope Speak Academy talents for the sake of mankind's hope, they use it for the sake of mankind's despair. Key members of the society use their influence to brainwash the masses in order to spread despair. Okay, tech-savvy computer programs wrote software to spread despair. How? The powerful and influential created new values and morals to spread despair. And with this created the tragedy, the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history. As long as the ultimate despair exists, the despair engulfing the world will never end. The tragedy will never end. What? Because I was freezing in this room, the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history. This was definitely all made up. It just doesn't seem likely. What happened in the outside world? My family, my friends. The convenience store I frequently... Okay. What happened to them?
No
Hey, are you seriously yelling at Naga? How crazy are you? Who would enjoy reading something like this?
What?
Oh my, do you not like it? A high school student who doesn't like this is like an officer lady who doesn't like to eat candy. Enough! What? This is messed up. I thought you'd obviously know that about such a horrible event that destroyed the world, but for you not to remember that, such despair. That's Future Foundation's fault, though, thanks to them stealing your memories. The incident that happened during the period had been completely removed from your brains. This incident really happened, and actually forgot about it? There's no way that's possible.
What are you
How
saying?
many times do I have to tell you? All the clues here are real.
Hello.
Please understand, I'm not rooting for you. If you don't learn about the full extent of the outside world, you guys will suffer for it. I just want to help you guys so you can live a well-adjusted life in the outside world. I see, so that's how it is. This is what he meant by he said beginning. You're deciding if you gotta leave or not. He's trying to make us feel despair towards the outside world, so we don't want to stay in the silent. But there's no way I'm going to do what he wants. Despair like that simply can't exist. The outside world should be filled with hope. Just like now. Perhaps, no. That's definitely it. Whether or not this incident happened, what in the world is this ultimate despair group? They devoted to a certain student who guided Hope Speak Academy in destruction, and continued connected to both the tragedy and the tragedy of his academy. Plus, the organization isn't just one person, but a group of people. But if it's known as the ultimate despair, they're high school students, right? Well, if they were actually able to do it, then I guess that's why they were called the Ultimates. Then, are the killing we're involved in connected to them as well? It's no use, I'm gonna freeze to death. I'm at my limit, I need to get out of here. Oh, it's close to me. Close enough. So where should I go next? I don't know. Whatever is open next. Is it the other classroom? How boring. It is the other classroom. How boring that the other classroom's now open. Where's the book?
Charging battery.
I should ignore. I'm just going to pretend I didn't see him. Nope, too late. That's all.
Hiya!
Why, hello! I hope you're doing. I hope you're doing pleasantly well. Are you pleasantly well? You're pleasantly well, right? What are you doing here?
No,
Well, there's another thing I need to tell you on this floor. I got bored of drawing manga, so can you forgive me for telling you by word of mouth? I should have done that from the beginning. I didn't want to have to read them in the first place. A high school student who doesn't like that is a sumo wrestler who doesn't like eating hot pots. What? I'm getting really fed up with your babbling. Hurry up and tell me what I need to know. It's about the key information you've been waiting for so long. Surprise! It's about the ultimate despair. Even though the term ultimate despair refers to the group these days, it was originally the title of a high school girl who was the most powerful, evil, and feared person alive. A high school girl.
Yes, indeed.
Lady, there she is.
Hey,
As a former ultimate despair, she created a despair brimming with charm and humor, and created the ultimate despairees. There was one really horrible person in that group. Hold on a second. I don't know what the ultimate despairs are, but it's not easy to form an organization. There's no people to join some effed up organization created by a high school girl. Humans who are obsessed with their philosophy have an uncanny power to attract others. It's a trait shared by many famous leaders throughout the history, right? There's nothing strange about it. It's true here for Lady Junko. With her charismatic ability to attract people, she even influenced those in the highest of power. The connections were the main reason that incident became the tragedy in the first place. Oh yeah, because she was a pop star. Or not the pop star, she was like the celebrity face, you know. If she even recruited people who wouldn't become in a position to neutralize the threat. Would have been in a position to neutralize the threat. Then what was their purpose? What? Like I said, why did they cause the incident? I don't like it. It doesn't even make sense. They have purpose, right? There's no way they would just do something without any purpose. It was her despair, huh? For June's despair isn't about purpose, a set of principles, a way of life, or an incident. A despair is what defines her as her. What are you saying? I'm a stuffed plushie. He's a human? It's not exactly like that. He's full of so much despair that she is truly hopeless. Living, dying, eating, loving, for her, everything is despair. What the hell? With her overwhelmingly force of personality, she recruited the ultimate despairs one by one. She controlled their despair by taking advantage of their love, hate, grudges, anything really. The despair is far more dreadful than any others. That idea had been smashed right into their minds. And so the ultimate despairs, who had been recruited because nothing more than their limbs. All despair, whether it was your own or anyone else's, was dedicated to her. Like believers making offerings to their God. Like a mother providing food for her children. They've dedicated all despair so they could escape from despair. All in her name. For example, they killed their families and friends and even destroyed their bodies through relentless mutation. And to hopelessly top it off, they completely believed it was something that they had to do. There's no way something that crazy is possible. Do you know about the final days of reserve corps students during the tragedy of human history? Final days.
In other words,
They have the power to change people's values. This is also true for famous people throughout history. And what do you mean the final days? What happened to the reserve department?
of course.
They fulfilled their role as disposable limbs. They believed in what they needed to do. And so, the 2,357 student reserve department all committed mass suicide. What?
What'd you say?
Oh.
All 2,357 students? Oops. It wasn't all of them. One person was excluded. Yeah, is it me?
Damn it!
don't believe it. There's no way I can believe this. I despair. It doesn't scare me at all. I mean,
Bastard!
he's already dead. Huh? An anti-truth collection. What? Are you kidding me? Is it true what you said? He's already dead.
Huh?
What? Didn't you see? There's a book come out for morons killing school life in that bloody classroom. Bloody classroom? No, wait. You said I killed. Like the killings we're involved in. They were killings that happened at Hope's Academy. As I recall, the mastermind took her own life because the remaining students worked together to defeat her.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, that was that it. The killing school life ended up failing in the end. As a result, the 6 students who survived managed to escape from the academy.
Hey,
For that about killing school life, it was drawn with a lot of silly images and dumb gags. According to that, the mastermind behind failed killing school life was Mastermind took her life. Mastermind took her own life, which means she's dead.
like,
Turns out the killing life was part of that whole biggest was awful whatever incident. It took away the memories of former students of whose academy and forced them to kill each other. And she took away the memories, just like... Apparently the whole thing was being filmed by surveillance camera and broadcasted worldwide. There was a limit to being cruel to... Surveillance cameras were broadcasting the whole time?
so.
The students of Hope's Academy are widely known as symbols of hope. They force people to watch these symbols of hope kill each other for the sake of survival. They're trying to fill everyone who watched broadcasts with despair all at once. That's messed up. But that messed up plan had stopped. She failed. Her loss to the students and she placed in her own trap. And she placed to the students she placed in her trap. And after being overcome by the despair she created, she took her own life. And is no more. No matter how horrible she is, there's no reason to fear someone who's dead. No matter whose story is true or not, it doesn't matter. Isn't alive anymore. Then, who is our enemy? It's already dead, and the rest of the alternate despairs behind this are the followers of carried out her will. That's the only thing I could think of. I mean, the killing were involved in reason to believe that this would kill life. Well, I don't know who the hell it is imitating and making us go through this, but the imitation is just that, an imitation. Students from Hope Academy stopped the real deal. There's no way we'd lose to some fake. But if this really an imitation, are those surveillance cameras the same too? Cameras all over Jabberwock Island. Are they all broadcasted somewhere, just like surveillance cameras during the killing school life? Would there be a need? Would there even be a need to do that? Totally knew about that story, huh? What? You have a problem with that? Well, I really wanted you to read the manga version since I took time to draw it.
What are you gonna
Oh well,
do?
I'll just raise the flag. Flag? What do you mean raise the flag? What's gonna happen if you do that? Ooh, one step at a time, you're getting closer to clearing my character's route. You're not making sense again. Now then, I'll give you guys my all. I'll tell you everything I know, including information on the outside world and inside. I'll raise them flags like crazy. Okay. Huh? Changed a different hallway again. It's so sunny, I was going somewhere else. When I decided I'm not going to be surprised this way. I have no time to be surprised by something like this. Yeah, you're telling me. They're actually like not fitting in. What happened?
Based on my gut
You know,
feel.
it's just my gut, but it feels like someone's getting closer. Then what do you mean, who?
So-
I don't know, just my gut after all.
Just like
Okay. There we go. The fudge. Sounds like a music room. Yes, monument. So somewhere a monument. Why would there be a monument in a music room? And just that, the mask engraved into the monument is a symbol of the future foundation, right? What symbol is a short passage? Okay. To combat the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history, the graduates of Hope Speak Academy were among the many who established the Future Foundation. Huh? The Future Foundation was established by the graduates of Hope Speak Academy? Aren't they known as the World Ender? This is completely different. Monokuma didn't make this up. What's this? Words floating in the air. It's a hologram, right? Well, in the sentence, it looks like a passage from the email. Regarding the report we gave you from the other day, we have obtained information. A person who claims to be a survivor of Hope Speak Academy. Upon further investigation, there were a total of 15 survivors. You may be wondering about the numbers of people at this time. If the survivors of Hope Speak Academy, it's possible that they may be targeted by ultimate despair. We believe we should acquire them and place them in our care as soon as possible. Though I don't believe the group can go that far without Junko mailing them. In the worst case scenario, we must prevent a repeat of the killing school life. Also, the survivors of the Academy, we should expect them to be quite valuable to us. However, we are still investigating the details of their origins and haven't located them either. We will continue investigating this matter. Also, regarding a separate matter, we received reports from the research facility on GhJared Island. Preparations have been made complete. It seems we can now proceed with the experimental phase of the Neo World program. Is that about us? Excluding Spark Future Foundation, where definitely continue us. But what does survivors mean? It's like they're talking about some other world. What happened to the outside GhJared Island? If the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history is really true, then the world, is it normal anymore? Maybe. I'm starting to feel like we might be better off just remembering the memories we lost. I guess that's all the clues in this room. It's finally confirmed the Future Foundation is on our side at least. And we founded the graduates of Hope Speak Academy and they took us to protect us. If that's true, should have made this clear to us. No, as long as Monokuma was around, she probably couldn't say anything careless. Looking with the Future Foundation's enemy, then his true identity must be the ultimate despairs. Who caused the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history. The ones who are carrying out the will of Junko and making us go through this. Also, this caught my attention in the email too. What is this research facility on GhJared Island you mentioned in the email? What's it about? The only Future Foundation facility we found this far is the ancient ruins. There's no way this is a research facility. If there really is a research facility on this island, there should be other Future Foundation members here. Somehow, there are so many mysteries. Like the whole skill building tearing itself apart. Teacher's Lounge, really? And that's in this part, it's called office. It's just different from the classroom. Maybe. Yeah, it's from the office, right? I mean, the room kind of has that stuffy teacher vibe to it. The office, huh? Now that you mention it, it does look like it. Yeah, more importantly, have you seen Miss Sonia? I don't see her anywhere. How much longer is this guy gonna be obsessed with Sonia? Give it up already.
Huh? Are you serious?
Not that I spend these coins anymore. Full air, musical earlier. Dispatch from the email someone wrote. I guess I should read it. We understand this matter regarding the survivors. In order to safely acquire them, please do your best and continue your investigation. However, you must exercise extreme caution concerning the remnants of despair. Even though they have lost Junko, the fact that she remains that they are incredibly dangerous. Even after her death, the tragedy has not ended. Perhaps there's still a leader on par with Junko. As long as we do nothing about the remnants of despair, we will not be able to put an end to this incident. For this reason, the remnants of despair must be immediately eliminated once they are discovered. Everything is for the sake of the shining future. Immediately eliminated? What does this mean? Is this the order to kill them? It's not peaceful at all. Well, I guess it's understandable. The base most awful event. Okay, whatever. The event is as terrible as it sounds. It's pretty much all out war. The remnants of despair are the ones raging that war. There's no way to be forgiven that easily. blackboard. What's right here? List of suspects. Subjects. Names for. And here, what's this newspaper? What is this? Right. I mean, we knew. Much smaller, looked more childlike. It was pretty much her defining feature. This photo in this newspaper, in a way, it could resemble her, but her height and figure is too different from the one we knew. What does this mean?
Huh?
Yeah, this lady looks pretty mature. Is she her older sister or something? No, it says her name. Yeah, then. He has an older sister with the same first and last name? An older sister with the same first and last name. Are you stupid?
I mean...
Yeah, it's not. That's really only one explanation, right? I mean, look at it yourself. That's not her. But do you ever hear the mention of an older sister?
Man.
Well, it's not like I was close to her or anything.
Wrong.
She doesn't have an older sister. It's her only daughter. Yeah, if she doesn't have a sister, then a relative. There's no... No, there's still too much resemblance.
What are you saying?
That's her.
Of course not!
What are you saying? It doesn't have a curvy body like this. I mean, she was famous for a childlike figure. She got away with all kinds of crazy crap for looking like that.
Well...
I don't know what to tell you. Maybe she had a growth spurt? What are you saying? She's already dead. There's no way she could have had a growth spurt.
Today,
Well, regardless,
I'm
clues I
feeling
provided are
right.
already true. If they weren't, it wouldn't be fair.
What's going on?
What the heck is this truth? The truth in the newspaper. You're saying it's the same person. That's impossible. I mean, how could they be photos of a grown-up if they're already dead? Why does this even exist?
Hey, hey!
Yeah, could it be related to the list of subjects over there? Huh?
This is
When
bad.
they say subjects mean already some kind of experiment, right? Did they experiment change the body? Wait, what am I saying? It just said it out loud. It makes me sound messed up. What experiment? So an experiment would mean that they're also test subjects, right? I mean, our names are written on the blackboard on the list of subjects. 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 Subjects? Subjects. Subjects. Suspects.
What's going on?
Yeah, what's going on? Better not have anything to do with time travel. Okay. Show me the overall portrait hanging on the wall. I feel like I've seen it before. The name edge of the crate says... The founder. What? Yeah, it contradicts the information from earlier. Yeah, okay, you're totally raising all the flakes on this floor. Congratulations, you shall go to the next stage. Okay. Next floor. Yep. Oh, is it from last time? Grab again. What's this one say? It looks like another email passage. Regarding the report we gave you the other day, we finally succeeded in acquiring them and placed them in our care. Though they are all deprived, we've successfully acquiring all 15 of them. Due to the fact they were unable to ask them about specific details, it is unknown how they managed to survive the tragedy. It's been reported that some have wounded, so it seems certain that they've survived under harsh conditions. Over the course of our detailed investigation, we've determined that they are the same age as the others. So we decided to entrust them to the survivors of the killing school life as a remnant for their despair. There's still no solid leads regarding this matter, and we have no information to report, but we'll continue investigation. Once they are discovered, we shall eliminate them immediately. Everything is for the sake of the future filled with hope. Why is this happening? If the Foundation is protecting us, then we're forced to kill each other on this island. Well, I guess it's not possible for the Foundation to set this off.
What's this?
Oh, you keep worrying like that, you're gonna get a toothache and it collapse. It's your fault. What is this hologram thing anyway?
Hey!
It's exactly what it looks like. It's the Future Foundation's emails. I thought they made that perfect clue, so I did a little bit of hacking here and there and get them. You couldn't even do that. Whoever's controlling you seems to possess many talents.
No,
Well, who
no.
cares about me anyways? It's not important at all. It's file for the Academy file. It's confidential. This means it's a big secret, right? It'd be an important document here. Why am I even asking questions like that? Obviously one of the is responsible. Although I can confirm what's inside the file. About the Hope's Peak circuitive plan. For many years, Hope's Peak Academy has conducted rigorous research into various talents. The Hope's Peak something cultivation plan seeks to use the fruits of the labor to further our true goal. With every hand, we will birth a true hope that will bring hope to the entire world. Truly, the program is the next innovation in providing the ultimate education. The plan has been in the Academy's wish since its foundation, so we must succeed at all costs. What followed was a series of detailed instructions and orders. It was full of difficult technical terms that I had no idea what they meant. However, the word True Hope left a strong impression in my mind for some reason. The cultivation plan was created for the secret birthing of True Hope. Hope Peak Academy was behind something like that. I don't really get it, but there's something about those words. True Hope, huh? Okay. Nothing else here. Okay. Looks like a different hallway again, and it's upside down. Very much useless, but I'll leave it so. What is this space? Am I dreaming or something? I mean, it's totally disconnected from reality. Must be the library. Hologram again. It must be in our own Future Foundation email. I should read it. It's no doubt another clue. Future Foundation. Ah, really? Where are you guys? What are you doing right now? What you're doing is seriously an act of treason. Do you understand? Why are you protecting the remnants of despair? It should be abundantly clear to you that how dangerous it is to keep people alive. Stay calm and think about this carefully. You guys are being lied to. Think carefully about what's important to bring the light of hope to the world. The 6 of you joined the Future Foundation because you agreed with our ideas, right? The Future Foundation rescued you from the tragedy. You survived and cooperated with recovering your memories. Immediately return to remnants despair to headquarters. Unless we eliminate them, the tragedy will never end. Everything is for the sake of the future code of hope. What does this mean? Email suggests that someone is trying to let a remnant of despair escape. Email is dressed to. But he's the Future Foundation, right? And why is he trying to protect the remnants of despair? Did he betray the Future Foundation? Neo World Program. World, Neo World. Probably was meant to say New World. And someone actually pushed. Oh, it's a W on the says on the keyboard up. Seems to recall hearing it several times. The Neo World Program has another name. Psychotherapeutic Communication Simulator. The Neo World Program is built with the most recent psychotherapy technology and administrative software to develop the Neo World Program. Individuals such as the Ultimate Programmer and the Ultimate Neurologist and the Ultimate Therapist, even though the Ultimate Programmer died, were among the many talented people who researched results were utilized. By mounting a device to the cambrium, something in the brain, the Neo World Program allows subjects to experience a synthetic virtual world. What the fudge? We're in a simulation this whole time. Well, how is you gonna explain the whole world going to crap, Jared? Additionally, the Neo World Program has another feature. It can replace memories formed in the real world with information contained in a simulation one. Therefore, it is possible to undo trauma sustained in the real world through the use of virtual world. However, this device is for psychotherapeutic purposes only. Although it is highly effective in treating brainwashed, abusing the device risks total personality destruction. Thus, extreme care must be exercised when operating this program. That explains everything. So everything turned back to the world program. A feeling of emptiness, like everything is being tainted. A feeling of weakness, like the world's collapsing beneath my feet. Everything is starting to feel meaningless. The desperate attempts to say goodbye, the conflicts that I trusted I felt until now. It's all disappearing until all I feel is Despair. Ah, I scream loudly as if confirming the sound of my own voice. There's no way I can accept this. I'm sorry to accept that. There's no way something as crazy as this actually exists.
Nice!
You gotta raise the flags more in order to clear my character. Now then, despair is waiting for you. Impossible. This is impossible. This is all made up. Everything is all made up. Made up. Including me too. Halfway there! I got an achievement called halfway there. Are you saying I'm halfway through this game? Because I'm not gonna be happy with that. This game's already been going long enough. We're gonna be on the first floor now. The world is constantly collapsing.
Hiya!
How are you doing? Did you enjoy the killing school trip? By the way, do you guys remember the speech I made at the beginning? From this point on, I promise you, the world that truly deserves to be called a game. Pew pew, the only one watching this who can save them. The end of the world is night. Watch you to do what's gonna happen. Isn't it exciting? Isn't it here? Heart throbbing. Look forward to it. Pew pew. Okay. This hallway. First arrived down this hallway accustomed to the gem. For resemblance, but let's go to the classroom first. Monokuma. The moment you discover the truth is a lie, all hope will disappear. Okay. Okay, this big object. This is floating. That's impossible. There's no way something that big would be floating like this. Well, what in the world is this? At that moment, I looked at that object. Good old binary code. Alex, the ultimate programmer. Welcome. Welcome to the Knee World. A person? A floating person is talking to me. Who is it? No. Is this even a person in the first place? I'm quite a person. I'm simply an artificial intelligence program. It would make me happy if you called me Alter Ego. That is my name my master gave me when he created me. It can talk, but who are you? Alter Ego, an artificial intelligence program. I am the program behind the New World program. I am responsible for creating and overseeing this world. However, only the observer has the authority to directly influence you guys. I can't actually exert much influence. In fact, my existence is one that you don't normally meet. I'm sort of like an apartment manager or something. I may be oversee the entire apartment building, but I lack the power to manage individual rooms. But the virus has infected everything I'm supposed to be managing, and because of that, the world I'm managing is acting very peculiar. Hold on. My brain can't follow up what you're saying. Let me gather your thoughts first. Okay, what the fudge is going on? Hey, you should know, right? Where is this place? Tell me, where is this New World program? The New World program has omitted the data collected procedure for shaping the entire world as such. Only the data we collect during this experimental stage is being utilized. Specifically, that means the data detailing Jabberwock Island, where the research facility is located. This is where the previous Jabberwock Island cityscape was resorted. Here you go. If I were to answer your question, where is this place? The answer would be mostly Jabberwock Island. Certainly, portions of it are different depending on your circumstances. For example, the school you're in. It appears the space is entirely under the virus influence. It's probably why I'm appearing before you too. However, without this virus, the circumstances are a bit unusual. It seems the launch was rushed, and because of that, there wasn't enough time to collect any data. I'm sorry I don't know the circumstances of the entire world. After all, I'm simply the overseer of the New World program. Most of its words I understand what it meant, but I couldn't understand what it said. There was no way for me to acknowledge the truth. It would make much more sense if this was a fictional world. Wait, are you saying this world is a fictional world? I feel like I can't believe what's going on here. This missing sense of reality. All the mysteries, all the truths, they're all just fiction. Is that even so? I need to know. I need to know what the world is. Hey, can you tell me what's this New World program used for in the first place? The New World program serves only one purpose. It is used to make the real world a splendid one. I guess you can say it's a program for creating hope. A program for creating hope, but the fact that you're all here and the fact that we don't have our memories, that's all the program's fault, right? Deleting memory is the first step towards replacing memory. Replacing memory data is one of the key features of the New World program. With the installed memory control unit, it is possible to remove any time period you set to. And from there, you can upload the memories obtained in the virtual world. Remove any memories at any time period you set to it. So Monokuma was right, we did lose our school memories, but why? Why us? Why were our school memories taken away? There's a reason for that, right? That is a mystery for me too. Booting the program on the survivors of Hope Peak Academy while it still is in experimental stage. I'm sure there was a very good reason. But unfortunately, I don't know what's happening in the outside world. I'm sorry. You're saying we're lab rats. That's the only thing I think of. It sounds like we're just lab rats. The Future Foundation did this to us. But they're trying to save the world, right? Or is the Future Foundation not our ally? I'm sorry, I cannot provide that much help. If only I was more reliable, I wouldn't have lost my authority to a virus like this. All those new words made my head feel like it was about to burst. Can you tell me more about the Observer and the virus? Well, for this session, the New World program was programmed to house 15 people along with 2 monitors. 2 monitors? Yeah, they were designed as the teacher and one of them as the student. They were intended to guide the participants in a way. But, by the way, the Observer in the teacher's role would have been given the authority to influence all of you, but the Observer in the student role was not. They weren't given any special authority at all, so they seemed the same as everyone else. What kind of authority does the teacher role have? As an example, the teacher creates the rules of this world and manages them. If the teacher was promptly managing the rules they created, there is no risk of abuse. But because the virus is infecting everything, that has changed. It's changed this world where violence shouldn't have existed in the first place. The New World program has promised eternal peace. But just like the outside world, it has become a world full of violence and death. What is this virus? I don't really know the details behind the true identity, but the functions are beyond my capabilities. No matter how much I try to stop it, it behaves as if it had control of itself. In the end, it stole the portion of my abilities which contained my authority to build the world. It was a grand master chess player. I desperately tried to fight back, so I wouldn't have complete control. But even so, a portion of the world had been modified at its convenience. She's probably talking about Monokuma Rock in the funhouse. Based on what she's saying, it sounds like she's on the receiving end of the one-side attack. But Alchico should be an impressive artificial intelligence that the Future Foundation created. I can tell that just by communicating with her, which means this supposed virus is so smart that it surpasses this ultra ego? Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. If so, this virus poses an artificial intelligence just like her. What the hell? An artificial intelligence waging an attack against another one. It's so irritating. But how did the virus infect the New World program? The New World program exists in isolation. It is impossible it was infected through a network. I'm fairly certain someone physically uploaded it. Physically? Perhaps someone secretly brought an external memory drive containing the virus to the facility and directly uploading it into the main computer where the New World program is installed. Based on my calculations, it is most likely what happened. It was brought here to the Future Foundation facility, but the only person who can enter the facility is someone who is a member of the Future Foundation. What am I thinking? Why am I assuming that I've heard is the truth? Why am I assuming everything is a lie? Servers have been added to your truth both section of your dictionary. Okay! But it's true the virus is powerful and that I am completely overwhelmed by it, but I'm still able to defend the essential areas. So it has a limit too. A limit. If it took over an observer, then it has to follow the rules of an observer. Such as, in order to end the program and release everyone, I need to follow the correct procedure, and...
Hey, come on now.
Okay, even if you're just a god and machine, that's enough hints for you. You gotta say something much more. I suppose you exist between life and death, and the death of yourself is inevitable, so I can't do peril. The base of the existence of the program could see... What the fudge? Change results by ripping off and causing simulation where your only existence is observed, and... accelerates and cross with a joint relationship with the world and the situation from the content. What the fudge? Death, 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 death. Okay. Hey. The dissolution based on the definition of the existence coincides the relationship. From there, there's a parallel. What the hell? It just happened. You're right there, aren't you? Someone is there, right? Huh? Who are you? You are different from the earlier one. Maybe you can't hear my voice from this side. I'm currently talking to the world through alter ego. Ever since you guys vanished into that space, the video feedback has been pretty distorted. But even so, we were forced to watch you this entire time. Huh? The things you guys were forced to do, we were forced to watch to it. Forced to watch us. I really want to save you right away, and because of the virus influence, I can't. Our orders are no longer being accepted, including shutdown requests. The New World program is beyond our control now. In that world, the person created an independent country that doesn't accept outside interference. But Alter Ego created an opportunity for me to speak to you directly. If this means it's working, then it means the person I need to talk to is right there. I hope. So this guy can't even hear me or see me. Who's this guy anyway? Is he your ally? Since there's no time, I'm going to say what I need to say and believe you're listening to me. But first, I should apologize to everyone. I know apologizing won't help, but we didn't imagine something like this would happen. We never expected some virus was lurking inside the New World program, but that's entirely our fault. It's our responsibility for not realizing it until it's too late. But that's just the virus either. I can't say for sure that the program didn't have any problems in the first place. To tell you the truth, I am unsure about whether or not to run the program on you guys. But this is the only way to save you all. I wanted to save you guys. Save us? What did he want to save us from? Why would this save us? You already seen the password into the graduation exam ground, right? You know, 113037. Yes. Ancient rune's supposed to open after you finish gathering all the hope fragments. From there, you guys are supposed to challenge the graduation exam. Entrance exam? However, I presented the password just in case something went wrong. Like I said earlier, I have no doubts that the program was perfect. Even if the chance was slim, I thought the observer might end up going rogue. There is a reason I left that password in a place where the teacher role would not be able to go. I never thought who saw it would erase that password. Anyways, I am also the person who set the password to that number. The number contains a secret. Someone close to me left that number to save me when I was in a dilemma. Can you understand what I'm saying to you? I am entrusting that to you. I entrust it to your future. But that person is trying to abuse the graduation exam. I'm sure they are going to crush you with despair using the graduation exam that's waiting for you. But I want you guys to endure it without giving up hope. I want you guys to withstand it until I get there, because I have a secret to defend. Does that mean he has a secret plan to defend Monokuma? In worst case scenario, where the observer who has the role of a teacher goes rogue, I've prepared a hidden command to use at the graduation entrance exam. It's a force shutdown sequence. Force shutdown sequence? Even a teacher's authority can't stop that command. It's a way to end this that you guys can choose on your own, independently of the observer, which means even if you stole the teacher's authority, you shouldn't be able to stop it. If you do that, you guys will win. However, in order to start the forced shutdown sequence, you need more than half of the number of people. And in order to do that, I need to somehow get that number higher. I need to get that number to half.
Say what?
What was that just now? Yeah, what was the weirdest thing there just now? Nothing really. I see.
Anyway.
Oh, well, anyway, that's all the hints you're gonna get. If that no good artificial intelligence tells you any more useful stuff, I'm gonna have to butt in again. It's been a while since I've spoken at length, but it was important to talk to you. It was worth waiting a long time here. Hey, about that guy just now. There shouldn't be anything else for you to ask me. I see. It'd be bad if Monokuma overheard us. You guys have a weapon, a very powerful weapon. It all depends on you guys to use this weapon. The only thing I can do is prevent the virus invasion with all my might, so you guys can use that weapon. The rest is up to you now. Do your best. Okay. Okay, let's just stop talking to myself.
I'm getting tired of waiting. Shall we just plunge right in? It's time for the long-awaited graduation exam. Please enter the red door located on the first floor of Hopespeak Academy.
See you soon.